Hello, it's Mrs.Z. Okay, it's Mrs.Z, and today is 012/25th. Right. We're working on grade 5, mission 6, lesson 3, exit ticket. Use a ruler on the grid below to construct the axis for the coordinate plan. The x-axis, it should intersect L and M, and we can do it right here. This is L, this is M, so this has to be the RX axis. And then we're going to extend this line segment to make a line. All right, so it's going to be X. We can also extend on this side if we want. So that's really x-axis line. Okay, next, construct y-axis that is contain point K and L. So y-axis contain K and L. So L will be their intersection point, perpendicular. Say perpendicular. So the x-axis and y-axis, they intersect perpendicularly, and this is a y-axis. So their L is actually their origin. Origin is their point L. Okay, so we did that. Now place a hash mark on each grid line on the x and y axis. What they mean by that, place hash mark. So let's see, label each hash mark so that A is located at 1, 1. A is located at 1, 1. So that now they tell us that these hash marks, actually, if I go and A has to be X is 1, and then Y has to be 1. So this, if I go from A down here, the point here has to be 1. And then if I go from A to the other side, this point has to be 1 here. So this is 1y, this is 1x. So actually, like 4 spaces represents 4 units represents whole from 0 to 1. There's 4 spaces, so that means we deal with the fourth as a fraction. So if this is 1, so this is 3/4. This is 2/4. This is 1/4, and where origin is, that is a 0/4. And the same thing for y. This, it has to be 1/4. This has to be 2/4. This has to be 3/4. And 1 whole is actually 4/4 or 1 whole. And same thing here, 1 whole is 4/4. 4/4. We can see that this one is 1 whole and 1/4. This one here is 1 whole and 2/4. And M has to be 1 whole and 3/4 so far. This one here is 1 whole and 4/4 or 2 wholes, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. That has to be the whole. So this is the 0. L is 0. This is 1. This is 2. And the same thing with the y-axis. So we have 1 here. So here is 1 and 1/4 right there. And then K is 1 and 2/4. Also, we can say 1.5. This point here is 1 3/4 if we needed that so far. Let's see. So we did hash marks on each grid line on the X and Y. So each represents 1/4. Label each hash mark so that A is located at 1, 1. That's correct. 1, 1. And the A is 1, comma, 1. X is 1, Y is 1. Now, plot the following points. We have to find B, and B is just 1/4 and 0. So if I look this, I want to be like this. B has to be 1/4 X and 0, comma 0. So when one coordinate is 0, that means Y, I don't have Y, I only have X. So my point is on X. So only have X coordinate because Y coordinate is 0. So when I look to find B, I'm going to look from the origin and I need X to be 1/4. It's right here, 1/4. So my point is X is 1/4, but Y is 0. So if I go back to 0, back to the L, that is 0 origin, or so I don't have a Y coordinate. It's a 0. So this, my point is on X axis because Y is 0. So here is point B, and that is 1/4, comma 0. Now the C has to be 1 whole and 1/4 X and 3/4 for Y. So if this C, I'm going to write it down, 1/4 X, 3/4 Y. Okay, so let's go from origin or out. I need to go 1 whole, and then I need 1/4. So here's it, 1 and 1/4. But now I do have coordinate for Y, so it's not 0, so it has to have a go from the origin up to 3/4. So here's where that 3/4 Y is. So if you look here, 1 and 1/4 can do dashes, and also from 3/4 little dashes, they will meet right there in this point, and that point is point C, and that is 1 and 1/4, comma 3/4 Y. So that is, oops, I think I didn't, you didn't see it, sorry, I messed up. I will redo it. So my coordinate for C, they were 1 and 1/4 X. So I start with the origin, I go to 1, and then I found that one more part is 1 and 1/4. So I find the X. My X is 1 and 1/4. But now I have a coordinate for Y as well, and it's 3/4. So go from to origin, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So my Y is 3/4. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to intersect these two 3/4, 1 and 1/4 with 3/4, and they will meet right here in this part. So I did little dashes to make up to the 3/4, and then also from 3/4 where they make. So this is the point C that has a coordinate 1 and 1/4 X and 3/4 Y. Okay, I think that was the exit ticket. Lesson 3, Mission 6, Grade 5. Right. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope that helps. All right. All right. Have a good night.